Yo guys, it's Sugi and today I'm doing an impression about Prophets, which is a custom game mode or custom map inside of Heroes of New Earth, which is a MOBA that got released around 2009 and it's still hanging around. And a little bit about Prophets. So Prophets is based on a popular Warcraft 3 map on the last days of Warcraft 3 in the Frozen Throne era, last year's probably. And Warlocks and Prophets is similar playstyle, so you have a shrinking map where you have, usually in this scenario, you have 10 people, which are called the Prophets. In Warlocks, they were called Warlocks. And you have different abilities which you can buy at the start of the game and after each run of the game. And your goal is to use these abilities to knock out everybody out of the ring. So the arena shrinks quite much over the time. Everybody starts with a fireball, which pretty much is a skill shot that does damage and also knocks you out. Once you get knocked out of the ring, you start losing your health, you start the burning effect, you start losing health, and once your health goes zero, you will die. Other way to die is just taking damage from spells. You have different spells. You have pretty much same spells as you did on Warcraft 3, except there's not blink, if I'm quite mistaken. There's not a blink in this one. So you have a fireball, which is an inline skill shot. You have a thunderbolt, which is a instant cast lightning bolt, but it does fewer damage but is easier to aim than fireball. Then you have vortex, which pretty much absorbs everybody on one spot and blasts out everybody to different directions. Then you have fuse abilities that give you like positional things like a ghost, which increases your movement speed and just kind of. Then you have a dash, which dashes you to forward. This is kind of like relevant to blink, really. Then you have all these types of different abilities, and then you have a few passive like lifesteal, which means that when you hit your abilities, you get lifesteal back. And of course, it's very similar to Super Smash Bros. So less health you have, more knockup you will receive from the abilities. I'm not 100% sure this is right, but this is how it felt. And you usually have rounds until somebody reaches the points amassed. He will win the game. I'm not sure in Prophets are you able to set like custom round limits or kill limits. This would be really cool. This is kind of what you want to do in the game mode. You want to customize. There's not ability to play in team mode, but in Warlocks you had team mode in 5 versus 5. That was pretty fun. And this game is just you want to play with your friends. It's just a very fun game. Alone it may not be that fun. As for the queue times, you should check out all the regions. Since HoN doesn't have that many players anymore as it did on its glory days, it's still okay. It's still like if you log into a good time, I think you can get into game pretty easily. But overall, S2 Games have done really great job making Prophets as a nice custom game for casual audience, and that's kind of what the game probably needs, more custom made. Of course, Dota 2 has started their own map maker, so we can probably see a version of this coming there too. But I think the controls and how the mechanics and gameplay work on Prophets is extremely smooth. There's not really a lot of turn rates and stuff like that. It's extremely enjoyable game, especially with your friends, like I said earlier. Only complaint is pretty much is that some of the interface still uses the HoN stuff. So if I accidentally went to see, like when I was browsing the spells to buy after a round, I was actually clicked some of the tabs and it got me to the HoN items, which you can obviously buy in this game mode, which was a bit confusing. As for the other stuff, the time you have to buy another spell or upgrade your spells in the game after a first round is like 10 seconds or something, could be a bit longer. And the rounds could be normally a bit more longer too. In Warlocks it usually lasts a bit more than a half an hour game or something like that. But overall, I think it's a really fun game, and I wish to see they actually have a map making contest too with I think it's a $10,000 prize pool. So if you have a experience of map making, you should try it out or something, and maybe even win with some money. But we could expect to see some HoN new maps coming out too. I will do impression videos if there's something worth mentioning. worth looking out for. And as for like if you want to try the game out, there's a link down below. And as for a referral, you can throw Sukignite there, and I get some bonuses on this game. If you want to add me, of course, as a referral. And see you guys later on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this small review about the game. It's definitely a good game. Maybe even better than the HoN itself. And see you guys later. Cheers.